Yeah, I brought them back from Welly in my bag.
Oh, yeah? What number are those ones?
I've got my ones. I've had them for ages. Looked after them pretty good. They're not rooted.
Mine was stolen. They've shown up today. This is seriously the first time I've seen them in months. Wonder who it was. What number's yours? If it doesn't have a number on it, it means those have been stolen from someone else because yours had a number written on it.
Hauraki.
That's a good start. That's good.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it being Hauraki.
From my recollection, I worked there, so they must be.
Fuck,
mine.
I reckon. You two are going to be going at each other today. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Who, me and Keyzie?
Yeah.
Doubt it.
Nah, man, we were in good form.
No.
We had good
it's
chats.
not looking good.
Fan of the Hauraki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jase, Mike and Keyzie on their Instagram at Hauraki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate. No, you don't need to worry, Mogi.
Oh, I'm not worried.
Because Keyzie and I, we bonded, when coming back to Auckland, and he was a bit fragile, and I gave him a few cuddles and a few shoulder rubs and stuff.
I'm
and
sure.
We had some good chats.
How did the rest of Beervana go, Keyzie?
It was good. Pugs was lovely enough to sort of introduce me to his Wellington friends.
Oh, yes.
And then we hung out with them, and then I went home at midnight. It was good.
I heard all about that too.
Yeah, it was great.
And Pugs kept going?
Yeah, Pugs kept going, but not too late though. I think I heard him come home actually because we had rooms next to each other.
And this is the thing I didn't realise about Pugs, Mogi. He's a machine.
Oh, is he?
He is an absolute machine.
And how did you come to that realisation, and what are you talking about?
Oh, well, he came back. He came back at like 3 a.m, and he was knocking on my door. Jase.
Oh, he went
Jase,
right.
you mad bastard. And I was like, Pugsy, what's going on, mate? So I had to get him back to his room and stuff. He was on the steam big time.
Right.
Wasn't his pants around his ankles as well?
And he had his pants down by his
You were
ankles
saying he was
as well.
wearing them as a hat.
Yeah, and
Oh, is that what he was doing?
and put it this way, if he was back after Keyzie, that tells you plenty, Mogi.
Because you were saying he had his pants on his head like a hat, and he's like,
Yeah,
look, it's
yeah.
me. Cool hat,
And
Pugs.
weirdly, he had one of those party popper things, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ogre.
So I don't know. I don't know what was going on there. So, no, it was all good.
We just had a good night. But the crucial thing that happened to me on Friday was I just drank beers, and that was it. And then so I got to midnight, and I couldn't drink any more beers. I was like, right, going home.
And where were you at this point?
Just dusty. I was at a pub 500 metres from our hotel.
Sure.
Some mates of mine were there as well, so caught up with them. And then Pug and his gang soldiered on. I walked home and straight to sleep. It was great. Then me and Jase had brekkie together. Nicest brekkie I've ever had.
Is that right?
That's not accurate, Keyzie.
What's that?
Because you did say that you woke up at 4 going, oh, God, feeling like absolute shit.
That's right. I woke up at 4:30, desperate for like a boozy steamer. Felt like I was going to throw up and had a throbbing headache and couldn't find a glass to have any water. And I was like, ugh. Happy birthday.
You see, usually, if I'm in that state, right, and I go down to a breakfast buffet, I'm not doing it. I'll have a coffee, maybe, but Keyzie, bless his heart, massive pile of breakfast.
Yeah, I get into it as well. But
I wish I could,
but what I
I've
find
never
is
been
that
able to.
I find that when you do that, it actually brings the hangover on, and I need a nap after it.
So that's my strategy though, is it brings that on.
Yeah.
I got home and then literally as soon as I walked in the door, Lucy had netball and she was like, do you want to come watch my netball? And I was like, oh, nah, probably just go home. Literally walked in the door.
Do you want to come watch my netball?
Yeah, I go watch pretty much every week. But straight home, straight onto the bed, asleep for like an hour and a half. Woke up, good to go.
Into it again.
I can't do any of those things. I can't eat and I can't sleep.
But I
just durries and coffee.
What did you do with those durries, by the way?
I put them back at reception.
Ah, right.
On your room.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah, did you not collect them again?
No, you didn't answer my text, so I just figured it had gone through the keeper. Nah, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I said, can you leave them at reception? And you didn't answer me. Or did
Go
you?
and look in your texts.
Oh, God, it's going to be a big show between you two, I can tell.
You're up the top there, mate. There you go.
Did I reply?
Oh, you did. You said, yep, done.
And then he
completely missed
sent
that.
you his credit card details.
Yes, that's right.
I
made a fortune.
Fucking
God. Just while we're on the hotel room there, we ordered, me and the missus, we ordered some room service, rang up room service in the morning.
For brekkie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it rang for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And then it went through to reception and they said, oh, try that again. And honestly, like 2 minutes of ringing. Did it again. Came back to reception again. I'll just try it again. It's like, well, let's not do it again. Can you take the order and would you be able to take it to the kitchen for us? Yeah, no worries. Yeah, absolutely. And then 10 minutes later, we thought, I'll tell you what, why don't we see if we can get an order of paper up to the room as well? So I rang up and said, we just ordered room service. Would you be able to send up a paper? Would we be able to get a paper as well? Do you guys do that? No, we don't do that. And also, I haven't placed your order yet. We were pretty hung. We were ready to eat. And It came up about half an hour later, stone cold.
What did you order?
Big breakfasty, eggsy sort of a thing,
okay.
Yes. Every single part of it was cold. The eggs, like hard as, like bouncy poached eggs.
Right.
The yolk completely solid. It's like a golf ball.
Good time.
Oh, it was good eating, I tell you what.
I've got to be honest.
Because was it a buffet? Because I got the feeling it had been piled onto a plate off a buffet, not cooked fresh, and just fried up.
Mind you, the buffet didn't have poached eggs. It just had scrambled.
It had big scrambled, and honestly, it had big old buttery scrambled eggs. It had homemade baked beans, which were delicious. It had, like, not those tiny little pathetic sausages. It had big gourmet butcher sausages.
Yeah, we had some of those,
I was just like, this is the best breakfast I've ever had at a hotel.
Should have just come down and grabbed it.
Heaps of mushies. And little smoothies and little jars you just grab out the fridge.
Look how excited Keyzie is.
He's loving it, isn't
food.
it?
Yeah. I mean, even me, who doesn't, really do breakfast, I hoed in there.
You had 2 servings.
What I find, generally room service, it's generally pretty shithouse.
I don't find that.
I've had some really shithouse room service.
I've never had room service brekkie.
I've never come across anything like that.
Right.
It was, because even if it's bad, it's still, pretty good.
I remember getting a platter once.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And it was just really
But
old,
it was really expensive as well.
Expensive, but
Like
really
cheese.
old. No, but like a little bit of cheese, but really old bits of meat.
Well, they're called salami.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't.
It's not old.
It was.
Old moldy
I can tell
cheese.
it came from an old chicken.
I love my salami, but they were just.
Is that what you call it?
They were just
Your spicy meats.
weird chunks of meat that were cold, but it was a platter, so that was all right. And like 2 little bits of bread.
Yeah.
And it was like $40 or something.
Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie. The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
And on that note, I need to decide how to charge, because I've still got no idea how do we charge for meals when we're away. I mean, I know the
Got
process,
receipts?
but I don't know what the allowance is.
It's just whatever you eat.
Right.
Not
Okay.
alcohol, but whatever you eat, pretty much.
Right.
Brekkie, lunch, dinner, yeah.
Sweet. I'm going to pump that through.
Yeah, do it. I'm going to as well. Bloody yesterday, woke up at 12.
Oh, yeah.
I woke up at 12.
What time did you get to bed?
1? And I woke up and I was just like, and the curtains were closed, and Lucy had long gone to the gym and was like out there, like getting ready and doing stuff.
You didn't wake up at all?
I didn't wake up at all. Woke up at 12.
Stench of alcohol. Like,
It was
like a
disgusting.
brewer's bloody
Yeah. It was a brewery.
and
then you know that
It's horrible, that, isn't it? The acrid, sort of, you can feel it almost.
what I do is I wake up and I go, because I've got a little Google speaker, I go, hey Google, what's the time? And it's
Hey,
like,
Giggle. Who are you calling Giggle?
hey Google,
Was it like wake
what's
up?
the time,
pussy?
Google? And then it'll be like, the time is 11:47, and I'll be like, oh my god! And then I immediately yell out to Lucy to come and open the curtains, because
But she wasn't there.
she loves doing that to wake me up. She walks in and just goes, smells disgusting in here. You need to change the sheets.
That would have been no good for her as well, because you get massively horny when you're hungover.
Hence why she cleared out. But it was one of the, I hadn't been that hungover before, and then she actually went out to the gym, and then on the way home I was like, can you just pick me up a full takeaway pizza? Did the same thing, mowed it, and then went straight back to sleep.
I just regarding the horniness.
Oh, we don't have to regard
no,
it.
not specifically your horniness,
Okay,
Keyzie,
that's all
but
good.
just horniness in general when you're hungover. I've kind of reviewed that a little bit in my mind, and I don't know if it's horniness or I'm just desperate for distraction.
Oh,
I think
it's,
You know
horny,
what
it's horniness for me.
It's vulnerable.
Yeah, I
I feel
suppose
vulnerable.
it's horniness, but it's also that thing of wanting to be held.
Yeah, I just want to be held. Yeah, that's me.
No, I don't want to be held.
You just want to go hammer and tongs.
Pretty much. Or a variation on that theme, but certainly not. God, I could go with being held at the moment.
Yeah, no, neither actually.
No. You
fact,
changed your tune now,
I
Jase.
don't like people
Now that it's not cool.
touching me generally when I'm hungover.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
there's got to be, yeah. Something
Unless
going
it's,
on.
just full on sweaty sex. And then I'll eat it. And then I'll get a takeaway pizza.
Yeah.
And then just crash for an
Smash
hour
it, go
or
back to
two.
sleep. So it was one of those days where you're just dying to go back for the day to be over.
You're
so
waiting
you could,
out the day, yeah.
Yeah.
God, I am
Horrendous, isn't it?
genuinely envious of you guys for that ability because I can't do it.
What?
Sleep when I'm hungover.
So I woke up at like just before lunchtime. Luce got me a pizza at about 1 o'clock. Smashed it. Went back to sleep at 2. I woke up at maybe 3, and I remember there was a bottle of Coke Zero in the fridge. It was the best thing I've ever drunk in my life.
Yeah, a bit of Coke action.
Because
Nice.
I was dehydrated and it was ice cold. I was like, this is living right here.
For me, my go-to's cold milk. If I'm really hungover.
This is disgusting.
Nah, man,
Doesn't it make
it's
you want to
good.
throw up?
It's really good.
Like a Primo,
No, it doesn't.
I can see.
It doesn't.
Like a chalky
it actually,
milk.
Like a thick
and
shake.
and it soothes my stomach
Ah,
because it's
So you like to be
milky.
held and you like milk.
it's milky.
yeah.
So you're
And a
a
buzzy.
giant
I
baby.
mean, ultimately, buzzy milk would be the ultimate sort of cure for Hoodie J. And that, I mean, if I could take some buzzy milk, I would.
Are we going to
Milk.
explore what you did on your night out?
if you want.
Are we?
It wasn't that crazy.
I thought you were on a 6-week non-bender.
Well, here's what I am on. I am not drinking. That's correct.
Right,
But it's like that was the first night away for us from our kid.
right. So you
And
had
it's like, and so we drank
Fair
that
call.
night. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, I just sort of don't want to be super militant about it. But if there's something doing, then we'll get on it. But if there's not, then I won't.
right, yeah,
You
no,
know?
fair call.
And it was a great night. Great restaurant. Holy shit.
What time did you get home on Saturday?
Ooh, got back. We closed the restaurant.
You closed it.
Yeah, we were the last ones there. All the tables and chairs are up.
Oh, that guy.
And then, yeah, we just won't go away so they can stay working. Scumbags.
They must have loved you. Yeah, big tip.
No, we left for that reason. 20%.
Jesus, that is a big tip.
There was 3 of the best versions of things I'd ever had in my life.
Fair enough then. Because we were talking about it on Friday, saying we don't mind shelling out for a really good meal.
Also, well, that was the thing. So one was an espresso martini, which I'm not a fan of.
Oh, a good
and
one's
it was
good,
just
though.
well, this thing was unbelievable. Another one was a snapper. Is it crudo? I think it's called, which is sort of marinated in lemon. I think this one had yogurt in it or something like that. But snapper normally there's a little bit in it it's a little bit tough. But this was just
Melts in
absolutely.
your mouth?
It was just
Yeah.
unreal. And then there was some, and the martinis. Yeah, it was incredible. But also had been talking to them about how busy they are and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, just saying it's a really tough time. And for that restaurant, and it is, it was a good restaurant, good welly restaurant there. You don't want to lose those restaurants because, yeah, it's just such fucking amazing food.
Yeah.
So if you're going to lose those restaurants, man, it's not good. If all you've got is middle of the road shit, then yeah, I don't know.
I had an interesting scenario on
Oh, yeah.
Friday night, which I can't actually talk about on air because I promised them I wouldn't. But I got quite the offer.
I got one.
Did you? What was your one? And I'm not talking. Well,
Well, mine
I'm not
was from
talking
a guy in a
sexually,
chick.
but I mean, yeah, mine was from a guy.
Oh yeah,
But
no,
it
mine was
was-
better than yours then.
Well,
No.
who had
Well, it was better because there's a
who had 2 women with him.
Oh, great.
Well, and
Well, you're never going to do it, but the offers are funny.
yeah, but it wasn't even. But there wasn't a sexual offer. I'll clarify that at that point.
Right.
But there was another offer that I went, Jesus, that's bold
Right.
to come out straight up and say that to me.
Another offer
And then
from
he said,
someone else.
And he said, no, from him. Don't
Right.
talk about that on your show, Hoodie J, please. Don't
Right.
don't mention it.
You were saying
So-
his name was Darren.
Yeah. But huge fan of the
I'll
show.
tell you what.
Huge fan of the show.
Magnificent hospitality all round with what you've been offered and what I was offered down there.
What were you
Yes.
offered? Was it the weird thing that we were both offered that time down at Good George?
I can't remember what we were offered there. Was that gear, wasn't it, we got offered?
Nah, it was a weird sort of, do you want to come and
that.
bring your missus and
Yeah, but it was a bit, it wasn't as weird as that.
Okay, yeah,
it was
cool.
weird in its own way.
Yeah.
And equally as enticing in that it wasn't.
Yeah. I was going to say, oh, wow. Okay.
But yeah, But I mean, very forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very forward. And it was just like...
They probably had a few
I'm
under
all-
the belt to give them a bit of Dutch courage.
I'll tell you what, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good work, fellas.
Absolute shambles it was. But
Yes.
yeah, it was funny.
Well, it sounds like,
It's nice to be thought of, isn't it?
yeah,
Doesn't
Wellington
feel
was a
much.
success anyway. So
It
that's
was... I had a fucking ball.
Yeah, it was good.
Really
I
good.
enjoyed it.
Although it is a cold fucking place, man.
Mind you,
When that sun went down, Jesus.
it is freezing, but I had to turn the aircon off in the end. It was doing my head in.
In your room?
Yeah, I just 2 a.m. It was like an aeroplane landing.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
switched
No,
the
we turned
bastard
it
off,
off, yeah.
and it was too hot.
Bloody
I was
thing.
going hammer and tongs, so I was a bit sweaty.
Weren't you in there alone?
Yeah.
Your Hauraki Big Show Keyzie word of the day is...
Wellington. Hey?
So good, man. Hey, Keyzie words. Send all 5 of them in over the weekend with your cell phone number. You could win a prize. We're going to call someone today.
Yeah, make sure you put your phones on for that too, for
I
God's
reckon.
sake.
Answer
Jesus,
your
bloody
phone.
Lord.
It's
Jesus,
too late
man.
now, though, by the time they hear this.
Oh, yeah. But not too late for next week. Send it into the Hauraki Big Show's Instagram, and you could win. Also, follow us, Mr. Mike Minogue, Hoity J, Chris KNZ, call me Pugs.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Jase.